Alright guys, Kevin with All Clean here, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I'm going to show you where the oil drain is here on the 570. This particular 570, as you can see, does not have a sight glass. It is actually on the side facing the diverter. Anyway, it's not a good spot or a convenient spot at all. Our other 570 has a sight glass right on the front. But this little drain line here takes a 9/16 wrench and a 7/16 wrench, and what you're gonna have to do is go underneath this vacuum line here by the vacuum inlet and get a drain pan. Usually we just use like a Tupperware dish. It needs to be able to hold at least a quart because that's about what's going to come out of there. I usually give it a couple hours, pull the key out of the machine so no one comes by and fires it up and turns the water pump on. Yeah, so get this all drained out, give it a few hours. Better to do it when the machine's been used for the day and the oil's nice and warm. I'm going to show you where the inlet side is. Let's come over here to the other side of the machine. I'm going to pull this cover off here. Now the inlet is going to be this little yellow cap. It's actually like a dipstick in the top of the pump. You can see it right back there past the pistons. That little yellow dipstick you can access from the top. Now you're going to see there's a high pressure line in the way. That's actually coming to this outlet right here. Now what you're going to need is you're going to take a 7/8 wrench, loosen that up, and take that line completely off. We usually keep a air nozzle handy to be able to blow things off with, keep all the water away from that hole, and don't take that cap off until you get that hose off and all the water cleared out of the way. Then you're going to take a long funnel and you're going to come down through this little opening right here and fill your pump back up with oil. You can buy the general pump oil. There is a list on their website of recommended 15W40 oils. We went ahead with the Mobile Super 15W40 that they had listed on there, and top it off and get it all back going. It's a pretty simple job. Then we're going to come around and I'm going to show you, after we get this all put back together here, I'm going to show you on the blower what we got here. Oh, so up on top of the machine, which is also where you're going to need the long funnel. So I suggest getting a long funnel, probably at least a foot long, and it'll help you with the 570 because you need that to put oil in the engine also. Now on the side here, on the blower, you have two sight glasses, one here and one here on the back side. Now these sight glasses can also be used as drains, but typically what we did is we went and got a long, basically it looks like a big syringe, and it holds about 18 ounces, has a long tube on the end of it that you can lower down in that hole and vacuum out the oil out of the blower. It's the easiest way that we found. These caps on top, these vents, are actually 15/16 wrench. Probably the easiest thing is a wrench. We get these off here, an open end wrench. So if you don't have one of those, I'd go get one, because everything on this machine is 15/16, it seems like, and these big bolts and nuts and things like that. Pop those off of there, and then you're going to be able to vacuum that oil out of the top, and sometimes it takes a couple shots to get it all out of there. And I usually pop the vents off the bottom just to make sure there's no oil, there's much of the oil out of the bottom. Alright guys, got the vents off the blower on the back side here. Got a funnel down in there. I'm going to show you the little device here. It looks like a big syringe, almost like a caulking gun kind of thing, and I lower that tube down in there. It'll reach all the way to the bottom of the blower, and it allows us to vacuum all that oil up and out of that blower. Works really, really good. It was like, I don't know, 15 bucks at Napa, and well worth the money because it seems like it's the easiest way to get that oil out of there. So once you get that oil extracted out of there, then I'm going to put this funnel down in here and we're going to fill this blower up with oil. Okay guys, Gardner Denver blower requires their own oil, the Gardner Denver Aeon PD XD, and I wouldn't use any other oil in this blower because it will simply last you forever if you maintain it properly and change the oil at the recommended intervals or before. Thanks.